Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Emma in elementary and I am really excited for us to get into how to class jobs. Now, this is a topic that I never really thought I needed much guidance on until I started student teaching and I realized that I absolutely did need it. So I'm eager to share with you what I have learned. In this video, I'm going to dive deep into the importance of class jobs, how often to switch them, and I'm also going to share some resources that you can use for your class jobs. In my opinion, having class jobs makes every day easier for me, and I have gotten comments from the custodial staff at my school that the classroom is kept so clean and organized. So I'm going to let you know what I do and what my recommendations are to make your life a little easier. Let's get it started. Now, while there are plenty of teachers that do class jobs, there are also plenty of teachers that don't do class jobs. So the biggest question, if you're trying to decide to do them or not, was, well, is it even worth it? So the reason why I love class jobs in my classroom is because it helps you minimize your tasks for the day. There's so many things as teachers that we have to do, and it's almost impossible to remember every little thing, especially the little things, as a matter of fact. And having class jobs really gives students the opportunity to help out, which they love to do, by the way, and it gives you the opportunity to take a little step back and be like, oh my gosh, wait, I don't have to do this because my students did it for me. It also is great for students because it teaches them responsibility, which is so important no matter how old they are, whether they're in pre-K or if they're in high school. They need to learn how to be responsible and they need to practice that regularly. And then also the students just really care about the jobs that they have and they feel pride in having one and they feel like a leader, and that's how every student should feel all the time. The first thing that you need to do with class jobs is pick which ones you're going to have. Now, you might be thinking, well, obviously, like, why is she telling me this? But you need to be intentional with picking your class jobs. Select and create jobs that will be useful to you. There's lots of jobs that a bunch of teachers use generally, but is it something that really applies to you? Is it something that you're really going to need? Think about what's useful for you. Think about what you need. Ask yourself, when will this job be useful? Is it something I only need once in a while or every day? If it is only once in a while, is it really worth creating a whole job for it? Again, don't just look at what other teachers do and be like, perfect, that's what I'm going to do. I made that mistake when I was a student teacher, and I did learn it the hard way, like I said, but luckily I had that safety net to fall back on with my mentor teacher, and that way, by the time my first year came around, I kind of was prepared and knew really what I needed and wanted to do with my class jobs. Think about what truly works for you. I cannot stress that enough. These are some of the jobs that I have in my classroom, and these are from 22 custom works on TPT. I go ahead and print them and laminate them, and I literally just write a dry erase mark with a dry erase marker their names, and then I erase it, and it's that easy to switch. I do switch my jobs every quarter. Now, before I started enforcing class jobs, I thought that that was way too far apart to be switching class jobs. And then I realized it's actually way harder for me personally to switch them like every month or whatever. I know that a lot of teachers do switch them that often or even more often, and it's great and that's perfectly fine, but that's just not what works for me. So I switch mine every quarter. Once you have picked what class jobs work best for you, you're going to want ahead and go over your class jobs with your students, what each of them entails, what the responsibilities are, what it means to have that job, and explain why you even have class jobs to begin with. Give them a purpose. They need purpose. You'll want to explain how the process works as far as getting a job, what they have to do. I'll tell you my process in a minute. Now, students should understand their class job expectations. Do they all get a job each time? Or do they rotate? Or will they get a chance to do the same job over and over again? Whatever you do, they need to understand that and you need to explain it to them from the jump. So you need to have all of that put in place. Get them excited about this because it is really exciting to have a class job. And so many students love to lend a helping hand. My mind is blown still to this day how many students love to help me out in my classroom. Even students that are not mine or were mine the year before and now they're in 5th grade. I'm amazed by how much they want to help. So show your excitement, and that will help get them excited as well. And I also do something in my class where with our jobs, my students can either get promoted by doing them really well, or they can even get fired by not being responsible, which I have had to do on more than one occasion. And it's also an opportunity for my students to receive some dojo points. So if you use Class Dojo, you can incorporate that as well. And then I like to end this with a quote, which is, I find that the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have, which is Thomas Jefferson. I just think that that's a good little motivational, good way to end it when I'm going over the class jobs. And it inspires them. And then this slide template is from slidesmania.com, as are all of my other slides that you ever see. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the process that my students take for getting a class job. So I have this class job application that I created, and the students get to list their top 3 job preferences, and I have to write about why they think they're a good fit for each of those jobs. It's really important that you don't just randomly pick jobs and you're like, all right, I got to get this done. I'm just going to put this person here and this person will do that and she'll go there and he'll do this. No. Like I said, you have to be intentional about this. And this is such a big responsibility. So you also need to hold up your end as their quote unquote boss for this job. Okay. You're teaching them responsibility. You need to uphold your end of that expectation as well. And having a class job application is great because not only does it let you know who's interested in what, and it helps it make it easier for you to pick jobs, but it allows the students to reflect on who they are and look inside and see what kind of person they are, which is so important for them. No matter how old they are, what grade level or subject area you teach, this is important. Now, every once in a while, you might get that one student that says, well, I don't want a job. I don't care about this. I'm not going to do this. That's fine. I'm going to tell you, don't stress out about this. Okay. It happens. And my advice is to tell that student, you don't have to have a job. That's fine. But I want you to write at least one job and why you want to do it. So in the future, just in case, I know what you would be good at. And 9 times out of 10, these students will eventually end up wanting a job because they'll see their peers working these jobs and having these special extra responsibilities, and they'll see that they're proud and that they're having a good time with it. And when you come around to revealing who gets the jobs each time you switch them, however often it is, then they kind of get that feeling of hopefulness, and you can see that in them. And you can get this job application for free on my TPT, Element, and that link is always in the description for you. Finally, for the most exciting part, my favorite part about doing class jobs is the class job reveal. At the end of each quarter, I look through my class job applications and I figure out what jobs each student is going to have, and then I put together a big slideshow to reveal them. The students absolutely love this. They cheer each other on and they celebrate each other and they're clapping and they all have this anticipation seeing who's going to get this job or who's going to do that. Oh my gosh, I had this job last time. Who's going to have it this time? Who got promoted? It's just so fun and it's heartwarming and I absolutely adore it. When you're doing this, whether you do a big reveal in the slideshow like this or something more simple, I like to remind students of the expectations. You know, I say, well, not every single person will have a job this quarter, but at some point, everyone will have had a job or two. You can get dojo points, you can get promoted, you can get fired. It's really important to remind students of these things because this is a big responsibility and they need to be reminded of that and understand that. And then of course I like to end it with another quote. In this case, it's in every job, big or small, do it well or not at all. And then these slides are also on slidesmania.com, so you can get them for free. Now that is all that I have to share with you in how to class jobs. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you were able to take something away from this and are able to now have class jobs if you even didn't think about it before in your classroom. I cannot wait to see you in the next video.